actually play.
A funny one, if you play it right, Time Wipe.
Yeah, Time Wipe. Yeah, I like Time Wipe.
If you're very much like a single spell kind of dude, a single creature kind of dude, and that gets there sometimes. Well, we just saw a reprint for one, Toxic Deluge.
Yes, Toxic Deluge. Very good.
I mean, Wrath of God again is just like your basic like
Wrath and Damnation.
Wrath Damnation, or just the card Damn now, but you have the
I
regular.
like Damn. So Damn. I saw Damnation.
Therapy. Merciless Exhibition. Oh,
Yeah, that's gotta be a high played one, I bet.
Yeah, because
Because
especially if
that's one of the budget ones.
it's budget and in those colors, it's the best you could do, I guess. You know, that OG Wrath of God art.
Merciless. Eviction, right?
Yeah.
One I really like in black is Decree of Pain.
Mm-hmm.
The one that draws. And then also in Grook's Wake. I like this. Because, black doesn't care about putting creatures in the graveyard usually. And also getting the cycling, and you get to draw is really nice. And getting to draw, that many cards is great. So... What's the other one I said? In Grook's Wake.
In Grook's Wake, yeah.
Yeah.
Ruinous.
This is basically Black's version of Cyclonic Rift.
Well, actually, I guess you want to go extra colors, Ruinous Wake. If you ever get the chance to play Ruinous Wake, Ruinous Ultimatum. Sorry, you said in Grook's Wake, and my brain crossed the streams. Don't cross streams, Tom.
Yeah. So this is another one-sided, everything gets destroyed type effect. Merciless Eviction can hurt you a lot, which is people have started playing it less and less. But also, board wipes have just been getting cut more and more from decks, and people are just playing more interaction, draw, and ramp.
No, I don't think just blowing up the whole board. Sometimes, a lot of times, I think when people are going for the win, maybe in our shop anyway, a lot more people just kind of win off of just a combo shenanigans going on, and less than just okay, I have to really commit to my board and then go for it.
Okay, so Blasphemous Act, falling into the category of the red board wipes. There are a million of these. We're not going to talk about all of them. We're just going to use Blasphemous Act as the example. This is the best one. There are a million things that deal damage to creatures. This is hands down the best one, most played. This is at the level of it's just so good. This is probably the best red board wipe.
You know what? Actually, I think does get a decent amount of plays in the Varel's disc.
Oh yeah,
it's been around for so long. It's been printed in every commander deck at some point. We have a commander that's in the Varel, that's in the Varel's disc. And again, if you need the wipe in a color that can't usually wipe, or have if you're mono green,
yes,
you go into Varel's disc and you go protection
with Pernicious Steed. Is that the
Pernicious Steed is the one that you pay into.
That one. People like to play that one.
So speaking of more just global wipes, not just everything, but Bane of Progress.
Yeah, we were definitely going to talk about that. This is a great card. I almost lost to this card. What a card, man.
Mm-hmm.
Also an elemental.
Yep, Crux of Fate, I think actually ends up becoming decently good because either if you're in Tribal Dragons or not, it's just a 5-mana board wipe.
Tribal Changeling.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of what was the other one? Kindred Domination. If you're a tribal deck. Now, that's probably an expensive one because...
Dominance, you mean?
Oh, is that? Yeah, Kindred Dominance, yeah.
Yeah, this card's insane. Also, I want to talk about the MDFC. It's fuck. It's
The white one.
yeah. I can't remember what it's called.
It's a sorcery, right?
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called.
I know it.
I played in like 2 decks too, and I can't remember what it's called.
It's a chroma something, isn't it?
No, I don't think it's a Chromas.
No. Oh, what's that? PS.
White MDFC.
Ameri, that's what it is.
Ondu inversion.
Oh, it's not the Ameria one?
No, it's Ondu inversion.
Then I was thinking of
destroys
one.
all. The reason why I like this is because we were just talking about the concept that people don't like to play. Like we're kind of just like running away from the concept of playing too many board wipes. Like on average, decks used to play 4 to 5 board wipes, and now on average it's 1 to 2. So like, Ondu Inversion is a land that is just. I mean, it hits your stuff also like Nevs, but also this hits more than Nevs because Nevs doesn't hit Planeswalkers.
Mm-hmm.
Not like it's usually that relevant. It hits the important stuff. So like, Ondu Inversion just as that backup, or it's just a land at worst. It's just another reason why MDFCs have just completely changed the landscape of Commander.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? These are really the only ones that I kind of see, I think.
There's some random. Oh, All is Dust. I think All is Dust is still something that has to be addressed. Like, if that does happen.
Yes, for sure. People do like their colorless decks. Oh, and I'm putting Ugin on this list too.
Right,
Ugin is definitely used for this exact reason too. Which I have been Ugin'd plenty of times.
Now there's a lot of board wipe cards, like a lot of them. But I think at a point, like I think those are probably the ones that you see. There's probably a few global blue.
Oh, Supreme Verdict.
All right, Verdict.
The uncounterable one.
So Tom, new deck idea. We just play Zatalpa and we do nothing but run white board wipes because he can't die to them.
Oh, that's hilarious. I like that.
We call it the deck Flippity Flappy No Nappy Double Slappy Unslappable.
Any other good ones?
I mean, maybe just because.
Oh, what about Doomscar? You want to talk about? Oh, Cleansing Nova. I like Cleansing Nova.
Is that the one that destroys everything that's not enchanted, or is it the one that takes off everything?
It's this.
Oh, okay, yeah, that okay. Yeah, no, I like that one because I like the options for it. Because
where did we just go? Okay. You know we're good. Oh. Okay.
All right, so just did that one go in there? I guess not. But yeah, I like Cleansing though. I like the options.
I see Doomscar, Settle the Wreckage, actually, I see people play. A couple people at our store are a big fan of that. Oh, is the board weight? Oh, no, it's right here. Okay, so did we get everything in here? Yeah, so Cleansing. Yep, okay. I do see people like, Settle the Wreckage. Oh my goodness. And then also,
so for on the blue side of things though, I do like Evacuation, depending on what your build is. That's the instant returns all creatures to their owner's hands. And Aether Spouts, that's the attacking one. Because the blues, like, actual, like, board wipe removal is either back to the hand, and I actually think when it comes to, like, really good Aether Spouts, I think is that one really, really good one that, like, it saves you from being destroyed on attack. And because it forces to put on top or bottom, that means it messes up their draws or slows them out from getting anything that isn't what was like already in their hand.
So Day of Judgment is just a worse wrath, so I'm not gonna write that down.
Yeah.
People do still use Akroma's Vengeance. I haven't.
I guess because you can still cycle it at worst.
Yeah, I do still see that. What else?
Again, there's like so many of them, and I think going into like every single one that exists, maybe don't need to. But
Yeah,
I think
these are the ones that we see.
Yeah, those ones that we see, I think those are probably like some of the better ones to use. You could just pile them all into a deck if you so wanted to, but like I don't see the point unless you build around it, which I maybe have done once before with an Angel deck that we tried to play online, which didn't really work out too well for me.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Anyway, weird. It was weird. I don't know.
Okay, so let's get into draw.
Well, there are so many things, Tom. My brain hurts just thinking about it.
Okay, let's just start with the green. Let's just get with the Beast Whisperer first.
So actually, well, see, here's the thing though. This is like the creature. Okay, let's just say.
What do you want to categorize this as?
All right, maybe we should talk about themed draw. Because like there's a straight draw. Yeah, well, maybe like so if we're talking about like just like if you're playing creature, here's the best like creature themed draw spells. And then we'll like talk about if you're like in mono blue, like the best spells for just drawing, and if you're in red,
just call it all draw.
Yeah, I guess we'd call it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's just the easiest way to categorize it like that. So then we'll do that. Okay, so let's start. Yeah, we'll start down the green train. So this is something you guys see us play a lot recently because this is fun to play. Like I'm not gonna lie, this falls into this also. The Zendikar Resurgent that's sitting over here. This also falls into that. And so is the Great Henge. I actually consider this more draw than ramp, so I think that lands over there.
Guardian Project.
Yes, Guardian Project.
Oh, Tom. For white ramp, we forgot Smothering Tithe.
Oh yeah, I'll put that in there.
I think that gets a lot of play for anyone who has it. They play it.
Yes.
People who don't even like running
for draw.
Yeah. People who don't even like playing white will play white.
Oh, and Dockside. Now that I'm thinking about treasures. And Monologue Tax has been getting a lot of play too.
I don't like it as much. I mean, it's still good. It's just not as good.
So that's for ramp, and then the Dockside definitely gets a lot of play.
Yeah, and that's why he's like $70. Look at him, smug little goblin pirate.
Okay, so it'll get in there for now. Oh, actually, we'll put it with the creatures.
Yeah.
Wherever I ended up putting the creatures.
Do they fall? They might be down lower.
Hold on. I think they are.
Yeah, they're underneath.
Yeah.
You might just have to click on it and move it. So like go on the little arrow thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so that goes there, and then Smothering Tithe.
Well, he won't go in the creatures as enchantment.
Oh yeah.
We had it right.
With like just.
But it's like half ramp because like it requires setup and your opponents can get around it, but whatever. So so draw. We have Guardian Projects, the Great Henge,
Garruk's Uprising, Return of the I guess Return of the Wild Speaker. We play a lot of, and Rishkar's Expertise. So let's get those two in there. And again, I like Return. Shamanic Burst.
Oh yeah.
Shamanic Revelation too.
Well, you realize like these cards are like Rishkar's Expertise, Shamanic Revelation, and Return of the Wild Speaker. They all have other modes they do because like Shamanic Revelation sure it draws you a bunch of cards, but then it also is like if you have that one, it has that one other part of it where you could gain life.
Just for no
if we're also talking about going creature wide, I also really like Regal Force.
Yes. There's also that blue-green one that draws right equal
Well,
to the number.
right.
Ooh,
We're focusing. I guess yeah, we could add that in there. Yeah, we're kind of in that zone.
wait. Oh, this should be in board wipes.
Mm.
Wait, did Cards return? Regal, Guardian, Grooks. Yeah, I think we got everything.
Now we don't really play it too much, but Grook Primal Hunter, it -3 with just to kill him is the draw cards equal to the greatest creature among powers you control. So it's another one of those effects on a planeswalker. But the thing is, you have to kill him off right away, and he's a 5-drop, so
More of a budget card.
Soul of the Harvest is another one of those cards that whenever a non-token creature enters under your control, you draw a card. There was one other. Oh, if your deck could play around it, greater good.
Yes, greater good. Elemental bond.
Mm-hmm. Lifecrafter's Bestiary is another one if you have a little extra mana. Wow, man, green really just has so many ways to draw, doesn't it? Stupid green has everything.
What was the one you said? It was a
Lifecrafter's Bestiary if you want to go like a little budget.
also like I know it's compared to those, but Harmonize.
Yeah, sometimes it's not worse. It's called something Momentous Downfall or something. Oh, what was it called? Oh, poop, I can't remember. It's the same thing. Oh, it's another one of those cards that's just like, except you have to sacrifice a creature and you gain life and then draw cards equal to it. It's because it's an instant speed. I like that one. So you could play around if someone's about to pop one of your creatures. Haven't really ran it, but like
No.
if you're like I'm playing Galta and someone's like I'm gonna shoot your Galta, I'm like I'm gonna gain 12 and draw 12. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's kind of good. For green, there's more.
Elemental we do it Colossal's Majesty.
I mean, I guess that's definitely like uber budget, but
yeah, and it is only a 1-turn draw thing, but I mean, it's not the worst.
I mean, it's basically as good as Phyrexian Arena.
Yeah, and people play Arena too. It's like one extra card, but the thing is, green has so many ways to go plus. Sometimes it probably feels like the worst one.
God, green is so ridiculous.
Just looking at it. Yeah, even like a scroll up. So we have how many scroll ups? 16. That's
also, look.
Yeah.
Look at how cheap.
It's gotten ridiculously cheap, and that's even with Great Henge in there.
That's with how good green is too. Anything else?
There's also a Primordial that's also, I forgot what it's called. Whenever you cast a spell, you get to draw a card. Oh, Elder Gargaroth, Tom.
Oh, the boy.
Like, I know you've been a big fan of him recently.
The boy says draw.
It does, and honestly, you know what? It happens. He's a big boy.
It does a lot of things.
Oh.
And then our boy Nezahal.
Well, we weren't into blue yet. We'll get there.
Okay.
Veil of Summer if you want to be degenerate, but I feel like that's only really played in
protection. Also, I feel like that goes in the protection category.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely protection. When we
I think the last one I can really think of, because I played a little bit, is Life's Legacy. It's a
the 2-mana one.
It's a 2-mana, but it's a sorcery. That's its trade off.
Okay.
I was trying to remember what the Primordial's name is, but I guess it's not really important.
This is the ones that get the most play, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Let's get into black because this will be easy for us. So Phyrexian Arena, like we just talked about. Necropotence is the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You know, people play like stuff like Sign in Blood a lot or Read the Bones.
yeah, I'm just gonna put Sign in Blood in and just consider that like that's all of them.
There's a lot. There's a lot of like pay life draw cards.
I think Night's Whisper is actually the best one, right?
But yeah, because it's colorless.
Yeah, it has a colorless. Yeah.
You want to put your boy in there? Your big demon
Vilas.
boy?
My Vilas. So I've actually been pushing him on people just because most black decks lose life if you're building around that strategy. Well, innately, a lot of black cards just make you lose life like when we get into talking about recursion, like you're gonna notice that a lot of the black recursion just innately makes you lose life. So something like Vilas is just so good. And then a Harvester of Souls, things like that. So Harvester of Souls, whenever anything dies, you get to draw. If you're in the Aristocrat strategy, black sort of leads towards this a lot. You know, he's really good. Are you gonna consider Yawgmoth?
He does draw a card. You do need something to sacrifice. I guess is
I
the
still
trade-off.
think it's good though. I mean, we're playing the Momentous Fallen, you know.
Yeah, true.
He is a really good sack outlet.
Greed and Erebos are draw cards, or isn't Argos Bloodfast also draw?
Greed. Argos Bloodfast, I like.
I mean, we now have Asmodeus as the new one that draws a bunch of cards.
How do you spell it? It's he's not technically drawing, but I'll still consider it like it's not like good draw.
No, but I guess we just haven't seen where it's gone yet to see where. But
so then
we got Greed, right, and Argos Bloodfast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess we could do some colorless ones.
Oh, you know, there's Underworld Connection too. That's like the really bad one. That's like the really budget one, basically.
Do we want to consider? No, I guess
there's Ob Nixilis Reignited. Also, kind of draws you cards. Grim Horror Specs, you know, our boy.
And Midnight Reaper.
What's that Castle Lochtwain? Actually, I don't think that's too bad.
Yeah, Castle Lochtwain.
And do we put Erebos in there?
Yes.
Okay.
So some colorless ones I want to mention before we get too deep into the other colors is War Room and Bonder's Enclave.
Oh yeah.
We like these two cards a lot. They end up in a lot of our decks depending on the color pool or like what the creature strategy is, if they're big or not. War Room's really good if you're in 2 or less colors.
Yeah, I just like sitting there with it.
Bonder's Enclave is really good for the big decks. Like I played in Dinosaurs.
And there's also the Ascended one, but it costs 5 to activate, so it's like even more. It's Arch of Orza or Zeka or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you got a lot of extra mana with nothing to spend on it, I mean, it's not the worst thing to do. Like Endless Atlas, if we're talking about colorless ways to draw. And then I think there's the other one that you get to reveal from your hand. I think it's a tome.
Home.
I know there's Jadam's Tome or whatever it's called. Or that is just like 4 mana tap to draw a card. Oh no, not that one. It was. I think it was in the other list. I forgot how to say it. It's been reprinted a bazillion times. It's like 2 mana to play.
What is it called?
It's Jemedea Tome. It's Jayemdae. It's a stupid weird name. But it just form and it's 4 mana draw a card.
And we like Mind Stone.
Yeah. Maze Mind Tome is that new one. New one. You know what? I actually been thinking about potentially running is that new Elixir card. Cosmos Elixir.
Cosmos Elixir.
So at the beginning end step, you draw a card if your life total is greater than your starting life total. Otherwise, you gain 2 life. Now sometimes it's good, sometimes it'll be bad. But as just a way to, like, if you don't have a way to normally draw a lot of cards in your deck colors, I think it's a fine way to go. And especially if you're in a game where like everyone's just trying to combo out, you just sit there and play that. You just basically get the Phyrexian Arena at the end of your turn.
Is there any that I missed that you said?
In these colors so far, I think we hit like all the big ones.
Colorless? No, for colorless.
For colorless.
Is there one you said that I missed?
I don't think so. We got the War Room. I guess we could. I wouldn't count cycling really. Oh, Skull Clamp.
Oh yeah, Skull Clamp. That was the one I was thinking, and I lost the thought.
Skull Clamp, real good. Skull Clamp, really strong. What's that stupid seal thing that stops you from activating Planeswalker's abilities? Your creatures get +1/+1, and you draw an extra card. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
Me too, because I actually haven't seen anyone in our around actually play it, but I know
I have seen people play Hammer's Archive.
I play Archive, but those are like I don't think those are necessary.
Do you count those though?
No,
I don't think so.
No, because I would count Thought Reflection though, because it just generically doubles your draw. Those other ones you have to be playing other cards.
You draw extra for Thought Reflection?
Yeah, Thought Reflection is just if you would draw a card, draw 2 instead.
Okay, is there any more black you want to talk about before we get into
No, I think that's about it.
Okay, so then we'll get into that and we'll start with the Thought Reflection. So that's just... Yeah, so that does work on your draw step also. So that's... And then talking about, like, Blue Sun Zenith. I'm just going to say Blue Sun Zenith is all of the X draw spells. We're not getting into all of them. There's a lot. Blue Sun Zenith is just the one. Yeah, there's, like, some new cool ones. Like, if you've seen Diviner's Portent, is really cool. I'll just mention that one, so that'll be the other one.
But obviously, Rhystic Study.
Yep.
Rhystic Study, real good. Would you want to count Remora? Because I think Remora is just more of like a,
I'll still count it.
All right.
Some people play it sometimes. I think it's incorrect a lot of the time, but it's fine.
Archmage Emeritus.
Yes, definitely him.
Our boy. I'm so happy that card got printed. Now, I'm not a huge fan of it myself, but I know a lot of people play Windfall.
Yeah. It's not technically draw. I wouldn't really consider that draw.
Well, you do draw. Everybody discards their hand, and each player draws to the greatest. So everybody gets the draw, but...
Right. I feel like it's more of like an enabler for decks that can abuse wheels, you know? Like I would only consider that a draw if like it's like the deck you play.
So
Like
I don't count like it. Factor Fiction is value because you don't technically draw it, but you
I
play
would
it.
still, I'm still counting
It's
it.
still putting cards into your hand.
And then we like
Deep
for
Anal.
the the deep anal for the, and then Chemister's Insight just because
No,
we just like the ones that can flash back.
I think Chemister's Insight could also just hit every single 4 mana instant speed, scry 2, draw 2 effects. We have a lot of them now, so being able to be like, hey, let's pick one. Frantic Search. I think Frantic Search gets kind of bonkers if your deck is built around it.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I guess like Think Twice would also follow into that like flashbackable. Oh, Impulse is another one I kind of like, just because it's a deep dive compared to like your other 2 mana draw spells, which are like look at the top 3, put one to your hand, one to the bottom, or one somewhere else. Impulse is 4 deep, and you get to pick whatever you want. So we got Deep Analysis, we got... So I know we don't really like to play like the 1 mana, like unless you're like the 1 mana draw spells, unless we're like abusing... Oh, Seagate Restoration.
Oh yeah.
Again, because it's MDFC, it does a lot of stuff.
Also the Salinity Vision.
Mm-hmm.
I consider that just like value.
Yeah, because it's the
draw isn't the good word for it. It's more like we should name the category value, but it's fine.
Now, going on the other side of things, depending on what kind of deck you are, stuff like with like Reconnaissance Mission or Biden of Thassa or Coastal Piracy. Yes. If your deck is built for that, you will draw those cards. I don't think I've ever seen a deck that like runs those strategies and not go like stupid bonkers off of them.
Oh, those are the ones we forgot in green.
Oh,
hold on.
We have it's the Oron Frostfang.
Yeah, Oron Frostfang. There's Oron Frostfang, and then there's the Toski. And then Toski. And then there's the what's the one that like it's a green spell and a creature gets +2/+2 and trampling, you draw cards equal to the amount of damage it deals.
Oh, I think there's a
Hunter Prey something.
I don't remember. That's not a real one. What's that very first one? Oh, nope, that.
No. It's, I can't remember the name of the card. Called, like, I can't remember the name. Hunter something? Hold on. I think it's like Hunter something. Hunter's Ambush? Hunter's Insight? That sounds right.
Oh, yeah, draw that many cards, yeah.
Yeah, but there's other ones that do that, but we'll just consider that as all of them. Because those kind of cards are actually really good for green also. So we said Reconnaissance Mission, Biden.
Well, those all those, like, say those effects. And then you could just put a...
Well, my favorite is the Biden then, so I gotta put that one.
So, and then I think one of the things, just put a Jace Planeswalker, and then we'll put times 100, because they all draw cards. Or all the blue walkers have, like, really good effects to getting you. A lot of them, anyway. Like Narset, most of the Jaces.
So let's just do a Jace, which will make it the Wielder. Right, is that the one that wins?
Yeah, Wielder? And he still draws a card, Wielder of Mysteries.
And then...
No, we have Narset. Because even though like she's kind of staxing people, you're mostly using her to get some value out
But
of her.
we're just also counting her as any of the other like. Okay, so any other blue planeswalkers? In that new Morning does Mordenkainen?
Yeah, I guess I think he makes the spirit thing. No, the illusion.
Draw 2 cards,
Draw
then put
2
a card
cards.
from your hand on the bottom of your library. No, he does cantrip. Technically.
Yeah. Sure, you
I
do always
think
go.
it's kind of good.
You always go plus with him.
Mhm.
I like him.
And making the dogs is kind of really
Oh,
good.
Tom.
Oh, we forgot the most broken one, Derek.
Consecrated Sphinx.
Yeah, we thought of the same thing at the same time.
And Jin if you want to be extra mean.
Yeah, we're putting it in.
Ooh. I think, yeah, there he is. Jin Jataxius, the core augur. And Consecrated Sphinx is stupid. Oh, and Nezahal. We can't forget
Yeah,
Nezahal.
boy.
We do run him in a lot of decks, and I really like him.